My name is Rockie Wenrich. I'm a comedian here in Chicago. I work at the Annoyance Theatre. I am the Bloodmaster in Splatter Theater this year. Splatter Theater is something that we've been doing here at the Annoyance for, I believe this is the 37th year. The title of Bloodmaster is we do live FX, essentially. I said FX like I was going to say SFX or something else, but I mean blood work. We're doing live blood work and gore on stage. And the Bloodmaster is the person who designs and distributes all of the effects that we're doing visually and otherwise. So I'm making the blood, I'm designing rigs, I'm designing kills, I'm doing things like that. What I am typically getting up to, I get here at around 4. I go into the kitchen at the Annoyance Theatre, which is a little silly kitchen, and I start making blood. This is the kitchen. This is where I make a bunch of blood. I did such a good job cleaning up that you can't tell this is where I make a lot of blood, but this place gets nasty and crazy. This is definitely blood. I don't know how I got it there. That's definitely blood though. There's also some here that's stained so badly, and I tried so hard to get it off, but it's sort of stuck. Typically one of these is dry, one of them is water, and one of them is all blood. This is clearly one that I've used recently. It'll be stained like this for good. This is just sort of what we're cooking with. So it's a very little space, and it's me and the AD in here skewering meat and putting blood into things. So I pour so much chocolate syrup and water into these Home Depot buckets. I make about 8 gallons of blood a show, I think was what we eventually got to in terms of numbers. And then I start loading up rigs, which I take a tiny little plastic syringe. I've put it through tubes to get it into like IV bags and CO2 rigs. I'm filling it into weed sprayers and different other sprayers that we have. So there are some kills that you can do sort of anything with, and there are some kills that have to stay the same because it's like people come to see the jock get his dick cut off. This is the walk-in that we use for the bar mostly, but right now it's also for me. This is all meat. This is pork tenderloin that we use for a fake tongue. And then we have several sausages and hot dogs and stuff that we use not only for the jock, the fake penis, but also for meat puppets, which is where we put meat on sticks and pretend they're little characters. But there are some kills where you're kind of allowed to play a little bit more. This year we're doing a sander taken to the head, like a wood sander, and then a blender. I absolutely feel pressure. I was called and I was told this job is difficult. You're going to feel incredibly supported, but incredibly overwhelmed all of the time. You're going to be feeling like you're constantly needing to live up to an expectation. So it's this situation where I am constantly like, oh God, but if this kill doesn't go right, what if something happens and everyone who has been involved in this production and sees this production every year and loves this production, what if they see me blow it? But I think that again, that community brings me back, like takes my head out of the clouds a little bit with that. Working with a group of comedians on something where everyone cares so much is such a specific energy. I think that if you're doing it in a situation where the content is incredibly dramatic, there's a different sort of like serious, like a solemn quality to what's being done, and that's good, that's effective. But when you're doing something that is a comedic work that everyone cares so much about, there is a just this like lovely, jovial, communal feeling. They know that what I'm doing is sort of like the very technical, very silly, but hard work aspect of the show. What we're doing is like, we're doing the gritty stuff so that they can have fun on stage. And they they're so good at pulling us in and making us feel like we're making comedic work as well. And that's been my favorite part. People are so excited about Splatter, cast and audiences, that it's just such like a lovely community feeling.